Hey guys, what's up? Quicksilver, aka Luke here, and I just wanted to do a little introduction for those that are just swinging by my channel for the first time. I do videos on my 2018 Charger Hellcat, and I do live streams where you could ask me any question you'd like about the car industry, and I also do videos on car buying advice. So welcome to the channel, and enjoy. And it's become tradition that I just kind of have a beer with everybody when they jump in. I changed my angle up this time. I think it looks a little bit better now. And I have the most ghetto setup on YouTube history. I'm guaranteed. What up, Speed Demons? Hey, that's cool. Thanks for checking in, though. I wish I could turn the camera around and show you. I've got my setup. It works though. What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? Cheers. Man, I've been trying to get that video out to you guys, but it's rough. I know everyone, half the country's been just like cruddy weather and sub-freezing temperatures, and Florida, obviously we're not here, but I mean it's still just been cruddy weather, dark, gloomy, cold, windy. Getting out and trying to make a video, it ain't happening. So I was going to try to release the video of the vinyl midweek, but it's just not happening. The weather's just terrible, and I want the sun to be out. Yeah, Sublime is a freaking sweet color. Panther pink. Hey, I'm all about the hot colors, man. I like the hot colors. I know I ended up with indigo just because it ended up being it was on my list, and then ended up getting the deal on it. So I had a couple colors, indigo, go mango, plum crazy, B5 blue, go green, or green go. Those were the colors that I wanted. So ended up with the indigo. Yeah. So Sublime was actually, for those people that don't know, was an old school color. I think it was debuted on like the 1970 Dodge vehicles. And shoot, it didn't come back till the new Chargers, I think, in 07. And then it came back again 2015. So they keep doing that. They cycle through all the colors, which I actually didn't know when I saw B5 blue for the first time. I was like, wow, that's an awesome color. I love that color. I didn't know it was an old school color either. A lot of these colors, F8 green, that was an old school color. The plum crazy, there are a lot of colors that they use are from back in the day. And it's kind of interesting to see them on the modern cars now. I think it's really cool. Sublime with purple interior trim. I'm just trying to picture that. I could see it if it was trim. Definitely different. I finally saw the an ad today on Facebook for the new front end Chargers. Like they finally figured out the ad. It's like, you've been seeing these ads on Facebook. If you guys look at if you guys get the ads on Facebook for Dodge stuff, and it's always like the old Charger. They don't have the new grill, the nostrils and stuff in the grill, and they keep advertising the Charger 392, which doesn't even exist anymore, or SRT. So SRT 392, which you can't get anymore. The more I see, I'd never seen green go, and until I saw it on a Charger, I was like, man, that's a cool color. I would have totally done green go too. Red Eye Charger is coming. Well, I think one or two things is going to happen. It's either going to be a Red Eye Charger or They're just going to go all out and then put the detuned Elephant engine in one. So it's an exciting time to see what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to make a big move this year or they're going to wait until next year. I think it's overdue for at least something, but I don't know if they're going to do a wide body Charger and not do anything else just to change it next year, because that's when the new model is supposed to be, changing. So I don't know. We'll see. First time I hear something, I'll let everybody know. Got to start deciphering some videos. Do I have any new people? I don't know if I've seen. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. I guess GA Georgia with the Bulldogs. Georgia Pyro 81. I don't know if I've seen you in here. If you're not a subscriber, but if you are, thanks for swinging by. And Professor X, I don't think I've seen you in here before either. Welcome. If you're just stopping in and you haven't seen any of my other content, make sure you do that. If you like stuff on car buying advice and good videos on Hellcats. And I'm about to release a video of some new vinyl I did on my car this weekend. There's going to be a lot more videos of my car coming out very soon. I think the next month is going to be basically all about my car and maybe some review videos. I'm going to try to get my library of review videos going, just because I have all those cars on the lot that could be used for some good content. They need a true supercar now that the Viper is dead. Yeah, I just don't think that the Charger is the one to do it, because it's 4-door and everyone bitches about 4-doors, which is stupid. But I get it. I think the Viper is too good to not bring back. Can everybody hear me okay? I haven't adjusted this in a while. I just hope everybody can hear me. I think the Viper is going to come back. I mean, it's such a classic car, a timeless car. I think it's going to eventually come back. It's just what they do. It's what everybody does. Do I like the next Charger? I mean, pretty much everyone's just been slapping on a wide body kit, and I mean, it's all right. If it's done right, it'll be nice. Sure. But it ends up being a really big ass car at that point. I mean, the Charger's a big car, and then you add a wide body kit. I mean, obviously they've done it to the Challenger, but at least it kind of has like 2 doors to kind of make it look a little bit smaller. And then you've got that back door that interferes with the wide body part, and stuff like that. So I don't know how they're going to do it. If they do, we'll just have to see. Oh, all right, cool. Georgia Pyro. It's loaded. Oh, wait, I said you saw some. Almost pulled the trigger on a 19 Hellcat Charger payment within $705 a month. Loaded. Satin 6% off. I posted the forums. I'm Sprink 669. Oh, okay. The way that you were talking, I was like, I bet this guy knows me or is on my channel or something like that. So that's cool. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad deal. What's 6% off? I don't have my calculator. Well, I'll figure it out real quick. Yeah, I know a lot of people wish they would make that car 76 minus 6%, 45. I'd say it's a fair deal. It's a fair deal. I mean, it's a 2019. So, I mean, getting amazing deals on a 2019 right now really probably isn't going to happen. But what's that? 4,500 off? Excuse me. That's not bad. Why didn't you get it? What's up, Eurospeed? Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys. This is great. So I appreciate you guys coming in, checking me out every week that I do the live streams and checking out my content on YouTube. And I hope to just keep growing from here. And but I want to grow, but I also want to keep it tight knit too, as much as I can. I like interacting with people like this. So it just makes me it just makes it worth doing this for me. It's something I already enjoyed doing forever, my whole life. So it's cool that people can, take advantage of some of the things I might have to offer. So I appreciate you guys coming every time. Oh yeah, Eurospeed. Yeah, they're bringing back Sublime. It's going to be available come, I think, February. So basically, the next time they reset, or when everybody's ready to, order a car, you'll be able to get Sublime. I think they're just starting it with the Challenger, and then immediately moving it over to the Charger. Yeah, if you saw the, I don't know if you guys can see the thumbnail of the live video or not, or if it just shows the live video playing, but I stole the Dodge photograph of the new 2019 Charger and the Challenger, both in Sublime. And I think the Challenger looks like it's got the black painted roof, hood, and deck lid package, I think. What's up, Jason? Welcome. You made it. I'm so glad for you. Cheers. The M3s versus standard. Yeah. So I've always liked the BMW like M series. I'm not a huge BMW fan, a Mercedes fan, just like a luxury car fan in general. And not to say that they're not great looking or whatever. Now let me just take that back. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of a lot of BMWs except the M series. Always liked the look of the M5s, the M3s, all those good things. Matter of fact, there was a sexy, gosh, is it an M2? I think it's an M3. Like if you Google BMW M3, like what's that blue color? That like tealish blue color. Oh, that's so pretty. It just passed by me today. Very pretty car. That's a tall glass of apple juice. Oh yeah, I'm like what the fizzy apple juice. It's apple club cider. Yeah. I don't think the M4 doesn't, right? I didn't think so. There's a lot of people that aren't a huge fan of the wide body, so to some people it might look too ricey or, too modern as opposed to, the way that they used to look. So it's not for everybody. I mean, I'm glad that they still offer a regular Hellcat. That's why I'm kind of iffy. Like, if they made a Charger wide body, be different if they just kind of maybe flared it a little bit, but adding those like super aggressive, flares, and it depends on who you are. I mean, they look like they're both, they are, but I mean, it just looks like they're kind of slapped on there and painted. I'm not saying I'm not a huge fan, but I'm not a huge fan. They would have to just kind of like, is that what it is? Laguna Seca Blue. Yeah, that's nice. Like if they just kind of not rolled the fenders, but they made it go with the body. They actually made new panels that were just slightly wider, like the M series. That looks good the way they did that. These are just kind of slapped on, and just even the like corner marker light looks weird and crooked when it goes on the like fender. And I mean, so I think if they did a really good job with the Charger, they could. And I think if they tied it into a new front end and just made it flow really well and made the rear end work with it, kind of like the car am I thinking about? Basically like the rear end, the new fascia would just go into the wide body, like the wide body, if they did it right, it could look good. Oh, y'all can fight over the colors. All I know is it's sexy. trying to see where one, it wasn't on Oblong. Okay, it decides not to work. There we go. This is the one my forum mate Patrick Rawl wrote. He says, starting in February, Challenger or Charger. Okay, so I'll do a little post on my feed whenever I actually see it come through on the order screen. I checked today just for the heck of it, and you can't order it still, but should be coming in here soon. What's up, Chad? I saved the lease payments for my inbox, and if there's anybody in here that I haven't got to yet, I apologize. It's been really busy this week, and then I had to desk the floor, so I just really didn't do any responding there. But for now, shoot me an email here, and I can give you an idea on what the Rubicon would be. But try to find one that you want, and then shoot me the VIN number or the last 8 of the VIN number. Like go to one on our website or the one that you've been looking at or something, and put the VIN number in of the Rubicon and how many miles a year that you want it for, and I can give you an idea on what a fair price should be. Yeah, and I slim. Yeah, I know. That was, don't get me wrong, it was a quick way to fix a problem, and they didn't have to do too much because obviously they're going to be supposedly redoing the whole, the Challenger and the Charger. So they didn't want to do like a complete, complete overhaul of, the Challenger right now. So they just did the wide body kit. I get it. Because yeah, I mean, owning a Hellcat, I mean, they're just stupid. Even a regular, you don't put tires on the thing, you're not going anywhere. So, but yeah, that'd be cool if they use the, Angel or whatever it is. I don't think it's going to be called the Angel, but they use the elephant logo. Yeah, it'd be cool. They're obviously going to use the 426 detuned. I mean, that would be stupid not to, because there's so much R&D and so much money that goes into an engine. There's no reason why they wouldn't use that. And I hope they come out with a naturally aspirated version too, which, I don't see why they wouldn't, but seeing as the original was, that would be really cool. Like I said, if there was a, the new SRT engine, the new Scat Pack engine was the 426 naturally aspirated, and it had like mid 500 horsepower or something like that, or even high 500s. That'd be cool. So we'll see. It's an interesting time for the muscle cars now, even though they got rid of half of the cars. They're bumping up all the horsepower. No, I still have that Hellcat, and I'm surprised it hasn't gone yet, because that thing is like, I mean, you're basically getting a $20,000 discount, off of a Hellcat that's barely been used. My baby's crying. Crate full of goodies like they did with the Demon. No, probably not. Because, I mean, unless they make it one of those, what you call it, short run cars, which I don't think they're going to do. Of course, you never know. I think they want to let the Demon owners kind of cool off a little bit, because the Red Eye just came out and they, may or may not have ticked off a few of them because the horsepower being so close, even though I know the Demon is a totally different thing. But I don't think that it'll come with a crate full of goodies or anything like that. I don't think it'll be a limited run car. You know, just like the Red Eye isn't a limited run. It's just a trim of the Hellcat. That's why it doesn't really come with anything. So I personally don't think they would. Send me the link to the Hellcat. I don't know if I can put links in here, to be honest. Let me try just the website. Excuse me. And I don't even know if you can click on that. But if you go to that website, wellsmc.com, and then you just look for the only used Hellcat we have, it's there. But I mean, yeah, well, I almost say it's got no miles on it. I mean, it has 1,000 miles on it, and it's a 2016. I mean, it's mint. You get in it, and there's just literally like no signs of wear. Like everybody that was on like works there just thought it was a new one. And when I told them that this is the one we got in on trade for the Red Eye, they're like, "Damn, I thought that was new." I mean, it's, if you watch the video on it, I have a video for the guys that are asking. I have a video on my channel about it, and I show the whole interior and the exterior. I mean, it's just like spotless. So for right around 50 grand to have a beautiful manual, you know, Challenger Hellcat, why not? The sepia interior and the brass monkey wheels. And by the way, it's really smooth. If you saw the video, it's smooth. Welcome, people that have not been to the channel. Thanks for stopping by and checking me out. I do live question and answers about the car business, and also do videos on my Hellcat, and also videos about car buying advice. So I hope you'll check those out. Yeah, and if you guys inquire online about that Hellcat, it comes to me anyway. So if you just like click get your e-price or something, it comes right to me. But if there's like a section that says like notes or something, and you want to inquire about it, say you're from the channel, and I'll give you guys discounts on it. How about that? Demonics, I'm not going to try to do that last thing. Do you know if there's any lease deals on 18 Hellcats? I saw a lot had 5 Hellcats, and 3 of them were wide bodies. Unfortunately, all 2018s are not incentivized anymore, so they probably won't be leasable. It's too late. So they're going to be more of a buy situation. Forgive me, I don't know if you're familiar with leasing or not, but they incentivize the money factors, basically the interest rate, and it's gone now. So what used to be, let's just say, what makes the Hellcat deal so good is they incentivize the money factor, which is like the interest rate, and it's usually like less than 1% of interest. The money factor is like a 0.00018 or something like that. Well, now it's gone all the way up to probably something like an 8% interest, because that's like the standard rate. So even though they might be able to give you a discount, like a considerable discount on the car, bumping that rate back up, you might as well just look for a 19 at that point. Unless a dealer's just like really wanting to get rid of it. You never know what a dealer will do. If they're high volume, they need to hit a number, it's the last day of the month, you can catch them, and you never know what they'll do. You just come in with a number and be like, hey, I'll buy this car if you can get me here with this much down, and see if they'll do it. If not, move on. Give it a shot. Wide bodies are going to be harder too. Wide bodies are going to be a lot harder, a lot more expensive, because you got to think that almost $6,000 of that car is all in that wide body kit, and it does not add hardly anything to the residual value. So $6,000 on lease payments is like another $200 a month. So if you got a great deal on a regular Hellcat and it was $600 a month, but then it was a wide body, well, you just added, it's instantly $800 a month because of the wide body. How's the neighbor who drove into your blue Beast? I really don't care. They got a flat tire over there. So, hey, karma. It sucks though. You know, it's like it's an awkward situation now. You know, I don't want to go outside and I don't want to look across there. And it's just like, it sucks. Just got to hang on. Hopefully we'll be moving out of here. It's a shame. I like the house, but the garage stinks and the neighbors stink and stuff like that. So whatever. Slim says, when you are leasing, what can't you do as far as mods? Keep drinking beer. Yeah. I'm going to say this. You can do, I have a video on this too. If you check out my other videos, what you don't know about leasing. Actually, I think I just changed the name to Lease a Car Smarter. If you watch those videos, it kind of goes into everything about that. You want to kind of stick to mods that still keep the car under warranty, but it's all about that whole going back to stock thing. Like I've seen people that lease cars that put turbo kits on them. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't blow it up while you've got the turbo kit on there and you put it back to stock, and then before you trade it in, it's all fair game. They do inspect the car when they turn it back in, but it's just like, you know, they inspect to make sure, you know, obviously it still runs and shifts, and then they do more of an aesthetic thing. So, you know, does it have any rips, tears, dents, scratches, dings, tires, that kind of thing. So, but then there's also the other side of, well, a lot of people, if they don't put a lot of miles on their trade and they don't really plan on turning it back in, you can trade the car in at a dealer. So if you, let's say for me, I'm not going to use all my mileage, hopefully, if nothing changes for me. So I should have a little bit of equity actually in my trade. So I would trade that back in. So really, if I did any mods to it, it doesn't really matter because that's up to what the dealer wants to give me for it. So if I, you know, had an exhaust system and an intake system and they didn't care because it's a Hellcat, then it doesn't matter because I'm trading it in. So instead of having to buy it and then trade it in somewhere else, you can just trade it into a dealer that is willing to buy the car from you. So there's a couple ways around that. Personally, for me, I'm just keeping it to where I don't want to blow it up and then be out of warranty. So I'm not going to like put a different pulley or supercharger, you know, on it or anything like that. So I'm sticking to the basics. Honestly, I mean, I know it sounds like, oh, it's never enough, but I mean, 707 horsepower right now is plenty to get me in trouble and plenty to keep the tires roasting. So I'm doing more of aesthetic things to it. And, you know, we'll just kind of go from there. I mean, I've already done the intake and the exhaust and, you know, diffuser and stuff like that. So, and I'm working on some more aesthetics right now. Tom. Tom, what's up? I don't know if you caught earlier in the channel, but I don't really do payments on a live stream because it takes a few minutes, you know, to work all that. And I have to look up things and stuff like that. I'd be more than happy to give you, like, you know, if you want the numbers, you know, like the lease residuals and money factors, that's fine. I do that on my live stream. But if you scroll up in the chat, you'll see my email there, and you can just shoot me an email and find one if you can. Find one that you like. If you already know, and send me the last 8 of the VIN, and I can look it up and then give you an idea, and then how many miles per year that you needed, and I can tell you. Scat Pack Challengers really aren't leasing that good right now. Scat Pack Chargers are finally starting to get down a little bit. I should have the new lease rates here, and you know, whenever they come out with them, it's usually a couple days into next month, and then we'll hopefully they'll be coming down a little bit more. Oh, let me go. Totally understand. If you don't, Tom, if you don't find my email, just let me know and I'll shoot it to you. When will you get a 2019 Ram 2500 on your lot? Well, we just opened, the ordering just opened up. So I'll have to see like when and if they order some. But we already have a customer of ours that wants to order a 2019 3500 Mega Cab Black Night Edition, or whatever they call it. You know, they change the black packages. So that'll be pretty freaking sweet to see. That's going to be, and it's only like $72,000 or something. Oh, that's for a 6.4. Oh my gosh. It would be like almost $80,000 for this truck if it was a diesel. What up, Sanisa? Welcome back. We live, baby. Dang, 24 people. Whew. Man, I think I just hit a new record. Oh, it just dropped. Wait, trade a leased car. What does this mean? Eurospeed, man, you need to check my videos, man. What's up? I won't go too much into it, but go watch my videos about how to lease a car smarter. And I go into detail about all of that. Yeah, you might not have to wait until June. You know, like if you didn't go over the miles, you can trade it in early, because there's, in a lease, there's always a payoff and there's always a value on your car, just like if you bought it. A lot of people don't know that. So if a dealer is willing to buy it out from you, some companies won't let other companies buy the leases out because they want the customer to come back to them or whatever. But if you've already got a Dodge and you want to get another Dodge, you can buy the car out. So let's, like mine, I looked mine up and I'm like, okay, what is a Charger going to be? Hellcat Charger going to be worth in 3 years with 20,000 miles on it? And I looked it up and it was about 48K, and my residual value is 44. So as long as the market stays relatively the same and my miles stay where I think they're going to be, I should have about $4,000 worth of equity. So I can trade it in and then actually put that money towards the new lease. So that's what you can do. Or if you end up wanting to buy the car, well, then you've bought it for less than what the market value is on a used one around what you have already. So it's just kind of like a win-win. But this is only for people that buy it right and don't put miles on it. But yeah, check out the videos on leasing, man. They're actually really good. Goes into a lot of stuff. No, you're good, Tom. It just takes a lot of configuring and looking up and do that stuff, and then everybody would just be kind of sitting here looking at my face. So shoot me an email and then I'll do it for you there. No big deal. What Mopars can you lease for under $400 a month besides Wrangler? If you consider the Cherokee, I mean, it's technically a USB SUV. I haven't even got through my first beer yet, and I'm calling it a USB. 26. Yeah, the Cherokees are one of the best leasing vehicles right now. The Cherokees are nice. You know, they've won a lot of awards and they lease really, really good right now. It's probably going to be one of the only other ones that you can get around $400. But they lease really well. And all of them, like all of you can get a 24, 27 month, 36 month, 39 month, 42 month, 48 month lease on a Cherokee. Like they're all incentivized. So they're just really pumping those. They want to pump the Cherokees out. Excuse me, Victor says, getting a 2019 Scat soon. Do you think a Hellcat exhaust will fit on a Scat? That's a good question. I don't know. Now, are you saying just like literally taking a stock Hellcat exhaust and moving it over? I don't think so, because I've seen the mufflers and they're different. And I think the resonators are too, but I honestly don't know if the bolting spots are different. I might be able to find out, but off the top of my head, I don't know, man, honestly. You don't even really, dude, honestly, what are you getting a Scat? Dude, all the Scat needs is just take the mufflers out, man. Do the mid muffler delete and you will never look back. End of story. Watch my videos. There's ones on mid-muffler delete on a scat. It's all you'll ever need. $50 or whatever it is to get somebody to cut the muffler off and put a straight pipe in there. It's like $70 or something stupid. Lots of great info. Thanks, Daniel, so much for joining. And if you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out. There's a lot of good stuff on there about car buying and my Hellcat and all kinds of stuff. Do you know where they sell any new or leftover Charger Pursuits? Roy Rod says, I don't. I think a lot of them end up going to the auction though, man. Because when the cops, you know, they rag them out and then they just send them to the auction. So it's going to be tough. You know, you might have to have like an inside person that runs like a used lot or something like that. Just kind of keep an eye out. Or you might even be able to go to like just find like a local person that has used cars, like a buy here, pay here, and just say, hey, look, I'm willing to get a Charger Pursuit. This is what I want. This is what I'm willing to pay. You know, can you keep an eye out for me on the auction? And maybe they can do something like that for you. I ain't talking to nobody at 10 o'clock at night. Shoot, I got my real peeps to talk to. Professor X, can you take that equity and apply it towards the purchase of that same vehicle? No. Professor X wanted to know, I was talking about having equity in a lease and then taking that equity and then buying the same vehicle. No, it doesn't work that way because the residual value is already set in stone with Chrysler Capital. There are some companies that like you can kind of negotiate the residual value based on the market and stuff like that, which is one thing that you obviously want to do. So like I was talking about my residual value being $44,000. Well, if the car is worth freaking 32, well, obviously I don't want to buy it for 44,000. That's when you go, here's the keys, sucker, you know, or whatever. Then that's where you won. But in the other side of it, the more usual side is, you know, if the market's still good on them and it's worth 48, well, now you've got that $4,000 to put it towards a new car. It cannot be used on that original car though, because that price is set in stone. There's non-negotiable. Even this is what Chrysler does is funny. They do a lot of weird stuff, but even if the dealer wants to buy it and they are going to make money on it, and literally if Chrysler puts it into the auction, they're going to lose money. They still won't do it. They won't let the dealer buy it for less. So we can try to buy it from them or whatever. It's just, it's stupid. So no, you've got to apply the equity to a new vehicle. Dominic, if you're still in here, says, is there any good lease deals on 2019 Hellcats? Yeah, there is. The Challengers are pretty decent. The Chargers are doing pretty good now. I think the last time I checked, the residual was like 56% and the money factor was like 0.00017. So, I mean, that's good. If you're not familiar with those terms, it's a good number. So as long as you can find a decent deal or decent price, you should be able to get a 2019, you know, for a good deal. You know, don't take these $1,100 deals and $1,000 a month, you know, with standard upfronts on a entry level Hellcat, you know, a couple grand, like 1,500 down, 2,000 down. I mean, you should be in this 700s, low 700s, maybe high 6s, depending on what they sell it to you for. So yeah, there's finally starting to come down to where they're a decent price now. Yeah, no shots. Yeah, no, I'm not. I haven't got to the shots part yet. I was actually trying to think of maybe one night we could play some kind of game or something like that. Like whoever, I don't know how to do it yet where y'all couldn't screw me over and I get like trashed. But if something like I'd make my own rule or something that I know and I won't tell you guys, but if something pops up in the chat or something like that, thought I'd take a shot. Excuse me. So you reviewed that. Oh yeah, the Charger Daytona. Yeah. No, I'm totally with you. Yeah, I don't know what they did to the sound of the new ones. I don't like the inside sound. It sounds good on the outside. So I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, my 18 scat sounded, or 17 scat sounded way better than the new ones. It'd be interesting to see what they sound like with the muffler cut off of it, you know, to see if that is messing with it or not. What's a buy here, pay here? Sinisa says. Buy here, pay here is a dealer that solely sells used cars, and they do their own financing. So the people that, they let you pay $200 a week or something stupid, or you pay the dealer basically. You know, like with most dealers, you go in and you get financed. You're paying Chrysler Capital, you're paying Bank of America, TD Auto Finance, or some other company. Buy here, pay here means you buy the car there, you pay for the car there. So they do their own in-house financing, is what a buy here, pay here is. So is every regulations is going to have an active exhaust system? I haven't heard that one yet. Maybe in California. I don't know. I'm in Florida. We got too many damn big diesel trucks and stuff with the freaking 6-inch pipe sticking out the back of their bed. Dodge cars play exhaust sound through speakers like Mercedes. You know, and that's what I was wondering if they started doing something like that. And I don't think we do, but maybe we do. I got to look into that now, because I was wondering if they were trying to manipulate some sound coming through the speakers, and that's why it sounded a little odd. I might have to look into that. Ben T, I sent you 2 emails on Red Eye lease in California. See, and I was just apologizing earlier that if I didn't get to some people's emails this week, I've been stupid busy, and then I ended up having a desk work the main floor yesterday, so I might not have. But let me just make sure that they're in my inbox, and I just haven't got to them yet. Did you send them to my Luke address or my Quix09? No, both. Okay, my bad. Well, I thought I went through my work email. And what's your Ben T? I don't know what your email is. I don't know if you want to blast it here, but let me look through real quick. Or at least what's your name from? Okay, let me type that in and see if I got it here. BT HALROSE at Gmail. Quick question. Payment, the traffic clearing payment. Thanks for the guy. Yeah, it's in here. I think I started to work because I opened this. I opened it. I think I started to work on this and then got sidetracked because this you sent it on Sunday, and then Monday was crazy, and then Tuesday ended up doing nothing, and then Wednesday I desked. So just give me. I'll do it tomorrow. First thing. Let me forward it to myself so I can just kind of bring it up top. All right, I should hit you back sometime. I would hope before a lunch. I used to be a buy here, pay here dealer. Oh yeah, really? What happened? It can be kind of an interesting business, I could assume, or I would assume. Dealer quoted me, Tom, dealer quoted me 2019 Hellcat in the high 900s with 10% down. Whew. Was it a red eye? Were you looking at a red eye? Gosh, 10% down. Yeah, no. No, that don't sound right at all. Because I mean, you're at least putting what 10% is at least $7,000. Yeah, that don't sound right at all. You can, like I said, you can shoot me the last date of the VIN and I can do one for you. Luke, what do you recommend to use to look at the value of your car? All of them, really. That way you get a good idea of, what the overall, kind of opinion is. NADA tends to be a little bit high. Honestly, Kelley Blue Book, as much as I hate to say it, but I mean, Kelley Blue Book is actually like a decent representation. Just don't put excellent. A lot of dealers don't look at excellent, trade in or very good. We usually go to the good to very good rating. Actually, Kelley Blue Book is owned by a company called Cox Automotive, which is also owns Manheim, which Manheim is the biggest auction company in the country. So, and that's a lot of times what dealers go off of is what the cars are going for at the auction, because you got to think, if a dealer buys a car and it never sells on the lot, well, they send it to the auction. So they want their bottom line to be what they can possibly sell it for. But then you got to think, if it goes to the auction, they got to pay the auction fees. They got to pay the guy to drive the car to the auction. They've had to pay to keep it on their lot, put gas on it, and blah, 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 and all that stuff. So it's like the auction price is like a good, place where dealers like to start. And Kelley Blue Book mimics that quite a bit. So I would say it's probably one of the better ones. Well, yeah, don't click private seller either. But what I meant is if you're doing trade-in, you can pick the condition of your car: fair, good, very good, and excellent. Most people are like, well, my car is fantastic, and they click excellent, right? Well, nobody judges with excellent, because that's like literally a car that sat in the garage and never went anywhere, and then it's been on the showroom or something. So yeah, man, I think that's kind of high for a regular Hellcat. Slim, tips for buying through a private dealer, which is good, friend. I'm not sure I understand that question. Tips for buying through a private dealer, which is a good friend of mine. You're saying you want tips for buying through a private dealer who's a good friend of yours? Jason says, how you figure out the depreciation on the Challengers. I'm trying to figure out how much a 2018 car will depreciate in 2 to 3 years. Are you trying to figure that out because of a lease, or are you just trying to kind of find out what your investment will be worth in 2 or 3 years? Because those are two totally different things. And the reason for that is residual value is incentivized on leases. So it's inflated to try to make the lease payment lower to make it more attainable for more people. But real life residual value can be different. So it depends. Honestly, I think the best one that I've seen, the way that I did it was 2 different ways that I would do it. I looked up what a 3-year-old version of what my car would be in 3 years, if that makes sense. So I had a 2018, I've got a 2018 Charger Hellcat, and in 3 years, I put an average of about 6,000 to 7,000 miles on it. So in 3 years, I should have about 20,000 miles. So I looked up what a 2015 Charger is worth with 20,000 miles. And that kind of gives you a good idea of like what they'd be worth as long as the market stays about what it is. So that's about as accurate as you can get, because you can't predict the future and what the market's going to do. So that's what I did. And also there's a cool tool out there. I'm trying to remember who does it. I think it's Edmunds. Hang on. Edmunds cost of ownership. Yeah. If you go to Edmunds.com, they have a cost to own like calculator, and that kind of gives you like a good idea too. So you can kind of compare the two, and if they're relatively close, well, then you've got a pretty decent number. What's up, House of Productions? I think I saw you earlier commenting. Glad you can make it. Sinensa says, I feel like actual value is usually higher than lease residual. I looked up a 2015 SXT. There's your first reason. Since I have a 2018 with 30K and they are worth about 22K, my residual 17.6. So, and it all depends on the trim. Again, you know, like, and it depends on what you're clicking on and like what you're, where you're getting your sources. And it all depends on if that's retail, like what they're going for, you know, or what the trade-in value is, because what they're going for retail and what the actual trade-in value is are two totally different things. You know, if they're going for 22K, yeah, it's actually worth closer to 18 because that's the dealer markup that they try to put in there is about $4,000. Tom, just subscribe. Thanks, man. Yeah, shoot me an email. Appreciate it. Check out my other stuff. Jay Williams, what's up? Thanks for joining. Yeah, you're here now. All right. If there's a little break, I might do one more beer with you guys. Take this thing in. I'm in Florida, man. The real Sunshine State. I'll be right back. Y'all hang on. I didn't miss anything. I always get hot here when I'm doing these. I don't know why. I never get hot in here. Sanisa, so dealer markup means I could sell my charger for as much as dealers are privately, pay off the residual, and keep the difference. No, you cannot sell your car when you are leasing it because it's not yours. But that theory applies to when you own the car. Yeah, because that's why you can always get more money when you sell it to somebody privately than you can a dealer. Usually selling it privately is just a little bit less than a dealer, but dealers are usually overinflated because they're always going to start high and then people talk them down. And they have more costs. Sometimes they also have warranties, so that incur more costs. So you buy from a private seller, well, if the freaking engine blows up 3 minutes down the road, you're kind of screwed. But you buy it from a dealer, you know, and they usually have at least something. Like we have a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all our cars. So if anything happens, we fix it for $100. So, you know, that there's some things to be said when you buy it from a dealer. Obviously, they can do the paperwork. They can get you financed. You know, there's a lot of things that go into that. You guys ship cars for free? No, we do not, because that's expensive. We don't actually get involved. We try not to get involved in like the shipping portion because it just adds one more like thing that can go wrong. That's not our fault. And we don't want to have any responsibility for that. So we just leave the shipping up to the person who's buying a car. Andres Morales, thanks for joining me. Can you lease a red eye and how much? Yes. And a lot. You know, I don't do lease numbers here in my channel, but you can scroll up and grab my email if you want to shoot me a red eye that you found. The thing about red eyes it's a Hellcat, and it's just a Hellcat trim pretty much. So it's whatever a decent Hellcat is going for, but you've got to add $11,000 on top of whatever decent price you're getting for a Hellcat. Considering that about every $1,000 on a lease is worth about $30. Geez, I mean, if a decent deal on a Hellcat $600 and you're adding $11,000 to it. So you got to think, let's just round it down to 10. If they give you a discount, that's $300 more a month. So now you're up to $900. Most of the red eyes I've been doing are about $1,000 a month, or over $1,000 a month. Demonic. So demonic. All right, beer number 2, guys. Dominic says, do they do a 5,000 mile a year for a lease? No. 10,000 miles a year is the lowest that they do. And I've seen other companies do lower. I think I've seen like as less as 7,000. But Chrysler only does 10,000 for the lowest. King James, what's up? What one thing you hate in your chart was one thing? I'm actually going to do one of those videos, like what I hate about my Hellcat, but I'm actually going to do a little twist on it. I'm not going to give it away right now. And it's going to be more of a funny video. But honestly, if I can say one thing I kind of hate about my Hellcat, honestly, is that they didn't add the stupid keyless enter and go to all 4 door handles. I just think it's dumb. Like, because, I got kids and I use my backseat a lot of the time for my stuff. So I'm like walking out to the car. I got a bunch of shit in my hands, and then I can barely reach the handle to begin with. But now I got to reach the front handle and be like, I'm just kidding, guys. I really didn't mean to go to the front, and then open the back door. So I kind of hate that. I think it's so dumb. Like, they could have just added the freaking sensors to the back door. It reminds me of my SRT4 when they didn't have power windows in the back. They had roll down windows in the back in my SRT4. So if I had to pick one thing off the top of my head that I hate, it's definitely that. Roy says, does cash work for a new car purchase? Yes. But if you've listened to some of the videos, it is not a good negotiation tool. Dealers get paid for financing. So if you're trying to get a discount by offering cash, so the dealer makes less money, they're not really going to be willing to give you more money. But yeah, they take cash. It's fine. Frankie, what's up, man? Good to see you. You're a little bit late, but you made it. I'm glad. Frankie, give me how do I have this many people in here? I ain't got no thumbs up. Is this thing broken? Is it really broken? Because there's 0 thumbs up right now. That's all I'm saying. Somebody hit the freaking like button, please. Jeez. Are you not entertained? I have a 16 Charger Hellcat and jonesing for a wide body Challenger Hellcat. How is the used Hellcat market? It's pretty hot right now. People want Hellcats, and now they're finally starting to come down into like that range that it's a little bit more attainable by the average person, I guess you could say. So I'd say it's pretty hot. It's a great business. Long story. 3 of us owned it, and one partner put fake accounts in the books and borrowed money against them. Yeah, that sucks. We figured it out. We got rid of them. So yeah, that sucks. Oh, you see 12 thumbs up? Okay. Maybe if I click it. No? Oh well. Okay, cool. I'm glad there's some thumbs up. Shit's broken. Excuse me. That sucks, Jason, about the car lot. It's a shame because there's a lot of crappy people out there, and seems like it'd be a good business if you can actually just run it the right way and not be shady about anything. Frankie stumbled upon a unicorn deal. Private owned 2016 A8 Challenger. I bought it May of 17, so there's a lot of warranty left, and I can have it for $46K. How 17? How many miles does it have on it? 11 miles? 11,000 miles? Oh, 11 likes. I don't know. So, it depends on how many miles it is, but it sounds, either way, 46 grand sounds like a pretty damn good deal. 1,700 miles? Yeah, you need to buy it. Why are you even here listening to this stupid stream when you could be out driving a Hellcat for $46K? Andres, thanks. Another question. My buddy just got a 2018 Scat Pack, but it's very basic and his payments are 700. Did he get a good deal? He leased it, and what should his payment have been? Well, it depends, you know, because if he just got a Scat Pack and it was a Challenger, I mean, they really weren't leasing that great. So, yeah, I mean, if he didn't put any money down or he just did like upfronts and he had a pretty loaded Challenger, I could see it being in the 700s. I wouldn't say that he got a bad deal or a good deal. I just think he just got the deal at the time. You know, sometimes, I just realized this is 2018. How did he just get a 2018? He must have just, it must have been like a month ago or 2 months ago. I thought they were leasing pretty decent, but I can't remember what they were at the end of the year. But some of the Scat Packs, a Charger, yeah, I mean, some of them, I think they still were sucking at the end of the year, though. So it's quite possible, you know, that if he had a high dollar Charger, you know, that was like, you know, 50 grand or whatever, or high 40s, it's possible. I think you should have waited, but you know, some people want what they want, and it's no big deal as long as you can make the payment and you're enjoying the car. I hate to harp on deals that you already got because it's not going to do you any good. Damn, somebody left a thumb. Oh, they don't even show me thumbs down, so whatever. Screw that guy. We have Charger. I always want to call you demonic, Dominic. What happens when you turn in a lease with a lot less miles, like maybe 10,000 less miles after the full lease term? So I don't know if you're here for my earlier chat on that. And basically nothing if you turn it in. But at that point, you have an option to check what the buyout is on it. And usually if it's less, you have less miles, then it will be worth more than what the buyout is. And the buyout all depends on how you bought the lease. So for example, like on my, I'll just go back to my Charger again. I've said it a couple times, but if I keep my miles low, which I'm going to have about 10,000 miles less than what my lease is worth, my residual value or what I can buy the car for is 44,000, but I've checked and what my car should be worth is about 48,000 as long as the market stays the same. So if I just gave the keys back to him, well, I'm screwing $4,000 worth of equity away that I technically already paid for in a way, or didn't use. So you can actually trade it in, like the dealer can buy it from you. So they would buy it because they're still getting a nice car for less than what the retail price is. And then they get to sell that car and make profit on it, and then sell you another car and make profit on it. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. So every time you have less miles on a lease, always check the market value of the car as it sits, Kelley Blue Book, whatever it may be, and then call the bank, ask them what your buyout is, the dealer buyout, or the dealers usually will give it to you. But you can always call the bank and ask, and then you compare that number versus what it's worth, just like you would if you own the car, and you can put it towards a new vehicle. But don't hand the keys back because then you just lose it. You just hand the keys back. December. I think he caught it the last month that they were incentivized. Jay Williams, I think if you're asking me, yeah, because I want 4 doors. I've always been a 4-door guy, especially now with kids. I mean, I can't have 2 doors. Right now, I've got 2 car seats in the back of my Charger right now, and one's rear facing, and my freaking front seat's like all the way forward. So yeah, man, I'm a 4-door guy, but always have been. If you check back through some of my other videos, shoot, there's videos from 10 years ago, me racing my SRT4, which was 4 doors. Then from shoot, I had an Eagle Talon 4-door. I had a no, I didn't. Why do I keep saying that? Those bitches were 2 doors. The SRT4, which is 4-door. Then I had a Dart, which is 4-door, and then I had the Chargers, which are 4-door. I've just always been a 4-door guy. So, and now that I have kids, I definitely need a 4-door guy. I've just always liked the fact that I could take friends with me and be the guy to drive. And if I want to throw stuff in the back, I got a door to do it. You know, I don't have to like fold a seat forward or whatever. So, and I don't know what it is. I just think I like the looks of 4 doors. Now, can anybody like agree with me that the fact that like it looks more even? Like, I don't know. It's like when you have a coupe, you have the hood, you have the cockpit, and then you have the trunk, and they're all uneven. Like everything is not even. But usually when you have a sedan, you've got the hood, and then you've got the big, you know, cockpit, and then the trunk, and it looks just more even. I like the way that they look. I like the way that sedans look. Now, don't get me wrong. There's 100,000 sexy 2-door cars. Don't get me wrong. But I just like the way sedans look. I don't know. It's just me. I like sedans. Oh, well, yeah. So look, I take that back. Sneeza. You can buy your lease at any time if you want to do that, but you pay taxes on it. So it's not smart. So if you know, especially with a Hellcat. So if I bought my Hellcat, if I just bought it, okay, for $44,000, you have to pay taxes on the $44,000 because you haven't paid those taxes. So mine's 7%. So that's $3,000 right there. So that's all your profit pretty much that you would be hoping to make. You have to pay for to just sell it to somebody now. So now I'm at $47,000. When I could have just traded it in for 48. Okay, so what would you have hoped to sell it to somebody for? 49.50 maybe. So you would start at 50, and then they would talk you down to 49. You know, so it goes back to the whole private sale thing. You know, yeah, you get more money for it, but you got to go through all the hassle of showing it to people and hoping they get finance, and then meeting them in somewhere crazy, and then they're talking you down and blah blah blah. So yeah, absolutely, you can buy your lease whenever you want to, but you have to pay the taxes on the remaining residual value. So that can add up quick. Yeah, then you can do whatever the hell you want with it. It's your car. What did I say? That scale I'm writing. What is it? What do you don't want? Alex, finally. Jay Alex, what's up, man? Finally, I want that go green, but got to go through a shop to get it. Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be sweet. I'm gonna as soon as it's available, I'm gonna be like, yo, let's order one of these cars. Try to get us. Of course, I got to sell that Daytona I got, guys. Help me out. It's a beautiful car. It's octane loaded Daytona. I need to sell it. $300 under invoice. If y'all know anybody looking for an SRT Durango, $1,000 under invoice. I wish those would have started. I wish those were at least good. I'd be driving around in an SRT Durango. My wife would. She just wouldn't know it. Andre says, I leased my Scat Pack in June of 18. And if I want to trade it in, when would be the right time so I won't be upside down or roll negative equity? Well, that all depends on when you bought it. Or not when you bought it, but like how you bought it. You know, if they gave you a good deal and all that kind of stuff, and then the market. But usually I wouldn't start looking in a lease probably until at least like a year and a half. You might be able to check around a year, depending on how much money you put down too. So no, that's a huge factor. You know, how much money you put down. So you just kind of have to play it by ear. I'd say at least a year though. Yeah, if you only put $500 down, I'd probably wait at least a year and a half. But it doesn't hurt to check. All you got to do is just, like I said, just look up your car on kellybluebook.com for trade-in, and then call the bank and see what your payoff is. And then you'll know where you stand. What up, Young T? So this is Sublime, close to green, go green. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's a little bit lighter though. If you look at the comparison, it's bright. You know, it's a bright green, so like a neon green. So, but it's close. It's close. Oh, we made it an hour. It's still 23 people. All right, thanks guys for swinging by. Cheers. If you are new to the channel, I'm just some weird guy drinking a beer, talking about people in their cars. But I do videos on my 2018 Charger Hellcat and car buying advice and these live question and answers. You can ask me anything you want. Yeah, the Daytona 392. Oh yeah. Yeah, it would look good. I think I want to try to get the manager to order a Charger in that color. No, do you know if Dodge is going to make an announcement on a new Challenger or Charger motor anytime soon? No, I don't. And I'm not going to sit here and decipher commercials and, you know, BS everybody. So I'd rather just wait until there's a little bit more official information. But what they're, for what they're doing right now, I don't think there's really going to be anything, coming soon. I think definitely before the end of the year. But not anything before summer. All right. Look at a 15 versus a 17 in Sublime versus Green Go. It will give you a good idea. Yeah, I mean, that's what I did. You just kind of look it up on Google or something. Do you consider Scats and Daytona 392s as SRTs? I know they aren't officially SRT, but what would you say? No, they're not. I mean, I don't care. It depends on what you think SRT is, because a lot of people think SRT is like a trim. But SRT to me is like a group. It's street and race technology, right? So it started out as a group of the elite cars, so, but then it kind of became a trim. It stinks because SRT used to be, there was only one SRT, there was the SRT and it was the Viper, or it was the SRT Magnum and it was the SRT Neon, like there wasn't multiple SRT trims, like the SRT 392 and then the SRT Hellcat and then the SRT Hellcat Red Eye. Like it's a lot different than it was back then. So I consider the SRT still like a group, like they originally started. So I don't know really how to answer that other than what I just said. I don't really want to classify it. If it's got an SRT sticker on it, that's fine. If it's got a 392 on it, that's fine. It's got the same engine, close enough for me. But I think it doesn't really matter. It's what is it, a status symbol or something? Who cares? Just drive it and enjoy it. Who cares what the sticker says? It's funny you say, please decipher commercials. I was going to try to do a spoof and think of doing a spoof on that, because I just think it's hilarious watching his stuff sometimes, how he comes up with this stuff. And people just eat it up. When are you doing the video on the Charger getting sexy? You weren't here for the earlier part of the video, but man, I've been I was going to put the video out like midweek because, I know it's been a while. I put my last video out Saturday and I kind of just wanted to do a middle of the week video, but it's been such crappy weather. I've been stupid busy. By the time I get off work, it's dark. And if I were to do it on my lunch break, I just haven't even had time. And it's been crappy and dark and rainy and wet and cloudy. And it's just been crappy. So it'll be this weekend. I'm going to try to shoot for Sunday, my normal day that I release the videos. So yeah, keep an eye out for Sunday. It's pretty. What was invoice on that Daytona? We're doing it 500, 300 or something like that, 500 under. I think it was right around 40, 48 something. Because the sticker's 53. I mean, it was a pretty good pretty decent, decently loaded Daytona. Shh. I don't have stripes. Don't tell him. I had it installed by a professional that I know. I know, there's some inside junk there. So are you the same name on that group over there? I was wondering if I posted it there that like people from the channel would see it too, but yeah, I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. No, but I just know so many people in town that he puts on vinyl for a living, and got him to do it. I tested him on customer cars actually, because I had a couple customers that are like, "Hey, I want to put the shaker stripes on my car. Can you know somebody that'll do it?" And he was recommended by a guy who does signage and like different vinyl. Like he doesn't do like stripes and stuff, but he does like custom like wrap, whole wraps and things like that. And he designs them in the big projects, and but for stripes and vinyl and stuff like that, this guy was recommended, and he's done great with all my other ones. So I said, "Hey man, hook it up." The green Marquise is not available until February, and I checked it today, and it's not available quite yet. So I'll post it on my YouTube channel whenever it's ready, probably in the community tab. Oh, that's who you are, man. Is that how you say your name? Dude, quit saying the word stripes, man. Oh, geez. I don't know, because I don't think I'm going to be trading it in. That's the thing. I have to put you in timeout. It's the second S is like a sh, so it's pronounced Sanisha. Sanisha. Yeah, Serbian name. Yeah, I know you're from something over there. Yeah, that's cool. Sanisha. Okay, I didn't know that that's who that. Why didn't you tell me that's who you were? You're on my Facebook. Anyway. Oh yeah, you probably would have seen it from the Facebook groups too. No, because I don't plan on giving the car back. So I'm going to be trading it in. Unless there's some absolutely ridiculous, unforeseen circumstances. And then yeah, I'll peel them off or something like that. But I don't plan on trading in, so it's not going to hurt or really give me any value having stripes on it. Whenever I go to trade it in. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they won't be able to find you. 10:42, 20 minutes left, boys and girls. I ain't gonna talk to nobody. Johnny Bruce, what's up, man? Do you think Dodge will have big rebates this summer? They usually do, because summer is getting into that time when they're about to release the new cars or order the new cars come October and stuff like that. So they should have big rebates. Of course, it all depends on the vehicle too, because it depends on when the vehicle was released is when the rebates are going to be large or small. So, but for the muscle cars, yeah, that's when they should start being pretty good. Thank you guys for coming by again. What do you guys think of the Wrangler truck? We're about to be able to order that here pretty soon, I'm sure. I think that's gonna be kind of cool. Oh, I got more Just kidding. I got more beer in there. Ooh, okay, we're full again. We're full again. Trying to get a Scat Pack this summer. You know, that'd be a good time to do it. And I would honestly wait. You know, if you're okay with, you know, getting a 2019 near the end of 2019, that's the best time to get them. So that's what I would do. You know, that's about the time I got mine in what, July. So and they were willing to deal because it'd been sitting on the lot for like 9 months. So be a good time to do it. Yeah, well, you know it's going to be able to tow as much as the truck, right? It's like 7,200 or 7,300 pounds. So it's pretty damn stout for a little vehicle. I mean, obviously, it's not a person who wants a truck is not going to buy a truck or buy this Gladiator or whatever it is. So, you know, it's going to be for the people that want a Wrangler, but they just want that little edge of, you know, being able to tow a little bit more and then having a bed to throw all their crap in when they're going four-wheeling. But I need a Ram diesel in it. Okay. Yeah, don't we all? I thought Dodge had a 392 Super B. I don't know, Daniel, what you mean by that. They did at one point, but the Super B was kind of just like a special edition. So it's there is no Super B trim technically right now. But that's why they kind of merged the B along with the Scat Pack, because that's what the 392 is in now. Out of the generation before 2015, whatever you want to call it, Generation 7 or Generation 2, they had the Super B in a 392. Chad Pittman, what up? Oh, there really isn't that much of a difference between the Scat Pack and the Super B. It was just a trim, like a special edition. You know, it might have had some, like a Daytona almost, I guess is the best way to put it. It was just kind of like a special edition. But the engine was the same. They were both 392s if you got the, you know, SRT. The biggest thing now between them is the body style, because they were only in the older body style. So, well, the motor options for the Gladiator are going to be now, we don't know in the future, but there's no reason why they shouldn't. They said they were going to be putting in the diesel. So basically the same. I don't know if they're going to be using the turbo in it. I think it's either going to be the V6 or the diesel. I'm interested to see what they do with the Eco Diesel, because if they can get the same towing capacity out of the V6 as the truck, then why can't they get the same towing capacity out of the truck of the Eco Diesel, which is 10,000 pounds? Obviously, the frame might be, you know, have a little bit to do with it, but it should be up there. Later, Frankie. What up, Alan? Watch out, guys. We got a Mustang guy in here. Johnny Bruce, not sure if you talked about it. Are you changing the body style of the Charger Scat Pack in 2020? I don't know. Okay. I can't remember if it was 2020 or 2021, but I think it's 2021. But you never know. They could be like, yeah, we're going to do this, and then they just change it. So I don't know, again, if they're announcing it, you know, kind of at the end of this year, 2020, and then they're going to be doing it next year, or if they're actually going to be doing it for this year. I think it's 2021, though. I think they're going to try to get one more year, and then they're going to be redoing the body style. And Sinisha, I don't know if you're talking about the Gladiator, but no, the Gladiator's towing capacity is 7,200 pounds with the V6. That's actually what impressed me the most out of all of it. You know, it was doing all this cool stuff and around blah, 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 and this and that. But when they said 7,200 pounds, I was like, oh shit. Cause yeah, that's normally what the towing capacity is on a Jeep, is like 35 or 4,500 pounds with the towing group. Jay Williams says, what is your thoughts on Dodge selling V6 Chargers and Challengers with the SRT and Hellcat body styles? I freaking hate it, to be honest. And sorry, Sanisha, I think I know you have one of those, but I think it sucks. I think it should at least have a V8 in it, because it used to be the engine kind of went along with your trim level. You know, you would, if you had a base V6, you knew it. It was the base model. There's nothing wrong with it, but it looked like a base model. It was an exclusive, exclusivity to have the high performance version or the V8 version have a little bit more flair. So you can tell when it's going down the road, and not like I got to be like one of them guys like, look at me in my Hellcat. But I mean, you pay for it. You have the performance version. You want it to look different than a freaking V6. You know, I mean, I can't stand it. I hate that. I hate that Dodge does it. And when I know I was kind of like a little bit, hypocritical driving a Scat Pack because it looked like a Hellcat. But like I said, at least it had a V8. And then they started doing it to the Hemi, and I was like, okay, it's got a V8, but come on, it's not like the high end V8. And then when they did it for the V6, I was like ready to flip a desk. And then they added the wheels and everything to make it look like a Scat Pack, and I'm just like, oh, I could do the biggest face palm, I would. But whatever, man, it's good marketing, and it makes the cars look better, and it gets the company more money and gets the product out there better. So hey, whatever. You'll know when you go flying by. I don't know what you're talking about with the dropping the Hellcat Cummins tugboat. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. I thought you had one, Sanisha. And it's true. A lot of companies are doing it, and a lot of companies don't realize it, but they are. Porsche does it too. They do. They have all these stupid trim levels, and they all look the same, and whatever is what it is. What I find funny is they make them look good, but they don't do anything to the suspension, so they're all jacked up. Like, I was just looking at I scroll out there, I look at the lot, and I see the body kit, and I'm like, oh yeah, but then it's like this high off the ground. Like, what the heck? It looks stupid. Yeah, I was just saying that. Oh, you get a 307. Oh yeah, this because it's technically called a what you call it, Super Track Pack, right? It's technically the name of that gets you that package or whatever, right? Yeah, Super Track Pack. That's what I figured. We're dwindling down to 10 people, and I still got this much beer left. Ooh, 11. I need another colder mug. I'm running out of stuff to talk about, so I don't really care. Everyone's not watching this anyway. Anybody that's just like Call it the Rebel. What are you talking about? The Rebel is a 1500 Ram 1500 package. That's true. That's true. They could be wanting to get all their parts out. Absolutely, man. I believe it. I believe it. No, that's what I'm saying, Daniel. I had a frozen mug. That's why I said I need to get another frozen mug because I've got one in the fridge, but this one's worn out after the third beer. I need to go pour it into another mug. Right, with the Hellcat engine. Oh no. You're thinking of the TRX. They're coming out with a Ram 1500 TRX with the Hellcat engine. That's cool too. Yeah, I don't know when that's coming out, but that's going to be sweet to see that. I've been waiting for them to come out with a truck again because it's been since the Viper truck since we've had a bad A truck, and now the Raptor is just running all over everybody, and we don't have nothing except for we don't have any performance truck. We don't even have a truck with a 6.4 in it, for crying out loud. It's just like that's performance driven. It's like if they would have just stuck a 6.4 in a 1500, excuse me, it would have been freaking sweet. It's almost 500 freaking horsepower. But nope. But that's cool. I'll take a detuned Hellcat engine. It's fine. And we'll be the king again. Trying to get any more tickets, yeah, but you can get a ticket in a V6. Just the V6s are pretty quick. I mean, they're not sluggish. Especially the Super Track Pack bumps it up a little bit too, right? 300, so 300 horsepower, and the 309. I mean, I'm sure it's quick enough. Do you help people out of state find cars? If so, how in depth do you go with the deal? Ooh, that depends. Good question, Johnny. Lately, I've just been honestly helping everybody as much as I can. And I've helped people. There's some people I've helped literally all the way up to buying their car. And, I haven't been charging for that. But I almost feel like I should because it does take a lot of my time. And, my time is worth something. There's been a couple of people that have donated to me, but I don't require it right now. But I think if I ever do get a little bit more popular, I'm just not going to have time to do it. So it might be something exclusive to the channel, where if you're like a subscriber to the channel, like you can join in or whatever, or if you shoot me a donation or something, then I can help out all the way to the end. Basically, I'm like a broker at that point. So I think it'd be worth it. But for now, just donations are accepted. So get in while you can. Where's the Rebel TRX? Ram taking their sweet time like Ford with the GT500. Yeah, basically. Of course, they got to stagger these things out. You got the excitement about the red eye. And then once that dies out, they're going to be like, boom, TRX. And then I'll tell you what, the TRX is a sweet looking truck. I am not a truck guy whatsoever. Got nothing against him. Just not a truck guy. But that TRX is freaking sweet looking. It looks like a truck should look. These people that jack up the trucks and put little tiny tires on them and shit. What are you doing? What are you doing? The TRX has tire. It's got a small rim and tire. It looks like Baja truck ready to freaking go. It's freaking sweet. Jay Williams, what do you think will happen? Jay Williams, what do you think will happen whenever Dodge quits eventually making the Hellcats? Do you think it'll be hard to keep and get parts? No. No, I mean that'll be a long time. I mean, you got to think how long the 5.7 Hemi's been out. And it's still, something as popular as the Hellcat engine. Not only is it going to be going along for a long time still, I think, since it's only been out for a couple of years, and they'll keep the parts around for a long time. I think it'll be fine. I pay for sure. I just know where I'm from. They're not going to have the scat pack with the options I want because you were trying to lease, right? It's unfortunate that my dealer can't lease to people out of the state. It's just really expensive to do it. I can sell to anybody, but I can't lease to anybody, unfortunately. How come we can't send you a super chat? You should be able to. Can you not? It's down there at the bottom with a little money thing. I can send my own self a super chat. So, I wonder if I send my own self a super chat. I guess at the bottom of my chat window, there's a little smiley face and then a dollar sign. It says "Show your support for Quicksilver." Lets me do it. I don't know. I don't know if you have to have your account set up with Google or something or YouTube or be logged in. Error fetching super chat details. Well, that sucks. Are you in the States? I don't know why that wouldn't work. Yeah, does anybody else? Illinois? Huh. Can anybody else push the, I mean, you don't have to donate. I mean, you can if you want to, but I mean, can anybody else at least click the dollar button and then it'll let you do it? I don't want to send myself one and then have to lose 30%. Maybe the polar vortex has screwed it up. Yeah, I mean, if you guys, honestly, I've got a Patreon account set up on my account now, which I posted on my community channel, but I'm pretty much going to be adding a link in all of my videos. But my PayPal address is the channel name at gmail.com. You know, if you just want to ever throw me anything for helping, it's cool. It's not necessary. Ooh, it's 11 o'clock. Damn. I got to work tomorrow. Where's everybody from right now? You don't have to post, Shanisha. I just saw you. Illinois. We got people. Are they all from the West Coast right now? Or I'm in Florida, so I don't know how many people are actually tuning in from across the country. Kansas? All right. Tennessee. Yeah, thanks, Alan. AP. Dallas. What up, Jason? Pittsburgh. New York. All right, all right. That's cool. I've actually been trying to get I'm trying to be doing a interview. I'm going to try to get some interviews on here and do something a little bit different and interview some, maybe popular YouTubers and just kind of do just something a little bit different. I haven't really seen that a whole lot. So I think that'd be cool. I've already hit up RP Productions, Riley. We've talked a little bit. I'll see if he can let me interview him. I think it'd be neat to just kind of, ask YouTubers certain questions, that a lot of people might not post a lot about and, make a video about it. Of me just interviewing people. I think it'd be kind of neat to kind of get a little bit of inside, out of the ordinary stuff that they post. It's mostly just reviews and whatever they're doing, but kind of get a little bit more personal with them and then post it on the channel. I think it'd be kind of cool. I got $2. Thanks, man. Hey, I think you're the first person that's ever given me I think it's the first person that's ever given me a super chat. Sweet. Here's to you, Jason. So it works. Boom. Just for that, I'm going to send you some swag. Shoot me your address in my email. You got my email somewhere? And everybody who's in here or ended up watching the video this long, which probably nobody will, but I'm about to get a massive box of swag, Mopar stuff from work, and it's I'm going to be giving it away, giving something away every single video, just because I think that's cool, and I get a pretty good deal on all this shit. So I'm just going to be doing a giveaway randomly on every video, and it's drawn by the comments. So just make sure you leave a comment on all my videos. I'm not like leave a comment so I can get more algorithms. No, it's just literally the program I use picks people out of the comments. So leave a comment, and I use this like it's a random generator thing like I did on my last live stream to pick a winner. So make sure you comment on all my videos, and you'll be automatically entered in to win some swag every single video. Yeah, SRT Mush. Yeah, he's cool. I'm going to try to get a hold of all those guys. I know some of them might be too big, but what I'm going to be asking, isn't really that hard. They could literally do it probably in like 5 minutes with their phone. So I'm hoping that I can do that, and I can get some headway on a couple of them, because it'd help my channel grow and maybe help them grow a little bit too. I won part of that the last live. Yeah. 19. Yeah. She's okay. Yeah. Do you have my email so you can send me your address? Because I need to get it now, or you need to get my email now. If you don't. No, not you, Shanisha. I'm talking about Jason. Yeah, I've got your email marked. I wonder when the stuff will get here too. Oh, you guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram too, because I post some stuff there, and I try to be pretty active over there on Instagram as well. It's just the channel name. So look me up there. We can follow each other. Sub for sub. We have talked on email before. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, forgive me, guys. I talked to so many people that it's hard for me to remember everybody. But your name did sound familiar, so that's why I was wondering if I had talked to you before. Thought your name sounded familiar. Yeah, just send me a new one. That way I can add you to the list. Does anyone in here that's listening right now just start charging people honestly? Facebook is my channel name as well. Yes, I just started the Facebook page, so bear with me on that thing. It's definitely a work in progress. So I'm just going to try to start being a little bit more, get the Facebook page going, and I will, because I've done plenty of Facebook pages. But between work, the channel, Instagram, doing the Facebook page, life, babies, it's all just going to kind of be a slow process, but I want to keep the content quality and, just let it do its thing. But yeah, and if you guys haven't followed my Facebook, go hit me up there. That way you can message me or whatever. And same with Instagram. And losing people now, but it's about time. It's late. Oh, yeah, it's late. It's 11 o'clock. I got to chug. Yeah, and like I said, I'm probably going to start. I feel weird though. I feel bad, like asking for money. But I was waiting for the video to kind of die down a little bit, and then be like, okay, well, and then I was kind of waiting for me to be just a little bit more popular, have more subscribers, and then be like, I literally can't reply to you guys, but if somebody's paying me, then I can make time. It is what it is. I'm a very, very busy person trying to make the videos, working a 50, 60 hour a week job, and having 2 kids. I mean, it's hard. So anyway, I think I might, and it's not going to be, you know, a whole lot, but I mean, something's better than nothing. And I mean, you know, everybody's time's worth something. Jason, did you send another $2? Oh, that's cool. Appreciate it. I guess there's another chug for Jason. That's a perfect idea. That's a perfect idea. I need to do this one live stream. Little live stream. I could probably do like, I'd take a shot for $5 or something. Or we can like have it like a swig, or like, you know, do a chug for $2. Or that seems like I'm whoring myself out, isn't it? But I don't think so. That's just fun. Because you don't have to do it, and I don't have to take a shot. You'd have to do it on like a Saturday or something. $5 will buy a shot, and $2 is a jug of beer. Do you feel that the smaller Dodge dealers are competent to service Hellcats? I've traveled to buy mine, and the closest dealer to me has probably never sold a Hellcat. Yeah. Well, it depends, you know, like, do they have a legit service shop? You know, like, or is it like 2 bays and they change oil? You know what I'm saying? It depends. So, excuse me. Thanks, Jason. Oh my God. Where was I at? Oh, you know, we're technically a small dealership. You know, I mean, we are and we aren't. We're in a small town, but you know, we have become a decent dealership. But to be honest, as compared to some of the other dealers, you know, on the coast, we are a pretty small dealership. You know, we've got 250, 300 cars, where some have, you know, 1,200. So, you know, we're smaller, but we have like 12 service bays, you know, and we have legit technicians. So yeah, they work on Hellcats, no problem. But like I said, I've seen some Dodge dealerships where it's just like a hole in the wall, and they've got like 2 bays to change oil or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends. Daniel, man, I am about to be rich. Thanks, buddy. Another $2. All right, I'm chugging for you. Thanks. Well, thanks, Sinisha. I'm never gonna get. Do you have like a nickname or something for an American fuck? Because I don't know if I'm able to say that for too long. Sam, that's right. I think you said that before at one point. All right, good. Sam. I'm gonna call you Sam. I like Sam. I can do that. Well, other people's super chats are actually working, but no big deal, man. Obviously, I mean, I've got PayPal and we're on Facebook. You could always hit me up on Facebook. You know, they got a pay thing or something like that. But and if anybody wants to do my Patreon account, that's cool too. It's like a subscription thing, you know. And I did it just to do it because I think I'm going to eventually. Obviously, my end goal would be to do this full time. It'd be great if I could do it full time. I would offer exclusive, you know, content and stuff like that for the subscription. I mean, shit, it starts out at $5 a month. I mean, and then I would have like, you know, behind the scenes videos and direct access to me, like, you know, to have my cell phone number and you could text me anything you want or whatever. And, you know, I think that's a cheap price to pay for that kind of access, I guess. And, you know, if I actually did that, you got to think if I actually had a decent amount of people doing it, you know, it'd be a decent amount of, you know, side income for me. So check that out. It's, I think it's patreon.com and it's /Quicksilver. And, I give away swag to the people that subscribe for the first time. All kinds of good stuff. Ooh. It's highlighted. Highlighted. I'm going to see if I can go do it myself. Ooh, there I am. Look at that. All right. Last way, guys. Almost. If you guys got any questions for me, let me know. If anybody has made it this far or just wanted to skip to the end or something like that, I'll do a little outro, I guess. I do videos on my 2018 Charger Hellcat. I do car buying advice videos and I do these live streams to help people answer any questions they may have about the car industry or Dodge that I can help ask or answer. Sometimes I have a few beers to make it a little bit interesting. So anyway, I appreciate everybody who has come on the channel thus far. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. It's really awesome. You know, I want to keep this as tight-knit as I can. I do want to grow, and I'd love to get to the point to where I could do this as a full-time job, but still keep it to where I can answer everybody in the chat. You know, like I don't want to be like super duper crazy big, but it'd be awesome to be able to make it my main source of income and keep it tight-knit and be able to help everybody out directly. That's my ultimate goal. And if you guys can help me get there, that'd be awesome. So just being where I am now and even just having people hanging out with me and throw me a couple bucks. I mean, I couldn't even imagine that, you know, so I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and doing that. It's really cool that I can interact with you guys. So I appreciate it. And maybe I'll see you around next week and check back on Sunday for the video reveal of the vinyl work on my car. And I'll be having some more review videos coming out soon. The weather clears up, and then a lot more on the Hellcat itself. I've got a lot more in store. I just got sponsored by a company for some more accessories. So stay tuned for that. It's nothing big, but whatever. It's cool. It'll make it look good. Sent you an email. All right, Jason, I appreciate it. And Daniel, if you want to hit me up too with your address, I'll shoot you something too. Because I mean, I got stuff all over. You know, I got little trinkets and keychains and things, and all these little. You know, I got a bunch of different little things. So, I could send you something just for being cool. So, Johnny, peace. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Don't forget to tell your friends. Check out the channel. Last week. Cheers. All right, guys, I got to work in the morning. So if anybody has any more questions, let me know. If not, I'm about to sign off. Again, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me in these live streams. And I try to do a midweek. Usually ends up being Wednesday or Thursdays. I'm going to try to see if I can nail down a schedule for them. That way you guys know exactly when to be at the live stream. And I usually get the videos out on Sunday, depending on when I edited them, either Sunday morning or Sunday evening. But check them out for Sunday usually. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks for hanging out.